It's an ongoing settler colonial project.
Zionist settler colonialism.
Settler colonialism.
Debunking the claim that Israel is a colonialist endeavor. The accusation that Israel is a colonialist endeavor is a common but deeply flawed narrative that misrepresents both history and the nature of Zionism. Unlike European colonialism, which involved foreign powers subjugating distant lands for economic and political gain, Israel's establishment was a process of national self-determination by an indigenous people returning to their ancestral homeland. Historical connection to the land. The Jewish people have an unbroken historical, religious and cultural connection to the land of Israel, spanning over 3,000 years. Jewish sovereignty in the region dates back to biblical times, with the Kingdom of Israel and Judea existing long before the rise of European colonial empires. The destruction of the Second Temple in 70 CE by the Romans led to the Jewish diaspora, but even then a Jewish presence remained in the land, particularly in cities like Jerusalem, Tiberias, Safed, and Hebron. Unlike colonial endeavors, where foreign settlers imposed themselves on local populations, Jewish return to Israel was a restoration rather than an imposition. Zionism, a movement of self-determination, not colonialism. Zionism, the movement for Jewish self-determination, differs fundamentally from colonialism. Colonialism involved the exploitation of foreign lands for the benefit of an imperial metropole, while Zionism was a grassroots movement seeking to restore Jewish sovereignty. Unlike colonial settlers, Jews did not arrive as agents of a foreign empire. They came as refugees, fleeing persecution, pogroms, and genocide, particularly in Europe and the Middle East. The British Mandate for Palestine, 1920 to 1948, is often mistakenly cited as evidence of colonialism. But in reality, Britain was not a Jewish patron. It frequently opposed Jewish immigration and sided with Arab nationalists to maintain its geopolitical interests. The Balfour Declaration of 1917, which expressed British support for a Jewish homeland, was not a colonialist decree, but a recognition of Jewish historical claims. Legal and international recognition. Israel's establishment was not an act of imperial conquest, but a legal and internationally recognized process. The 1917 Balfour Declaration, the 1920 San Remo Conference, and the League of Nations 1922 mandate all affirmed Jewish national rights. In 1947, the United Nations voted for the Partition Plan, which proposed separate Jewish and Arab states. Jewish leaders accepted the plan, while Arab leaders rejected it, and launched a war to destroy the nascent Jewish state. Unlike colonial powers, Israel did not impose itself through conquest, but was forced to defend its existence. Diversity within Israel. Colonial enterprises typically involved racial hierarchies and economic exploitation. In contrast, Israel is a democratic state with a diverse population, including Jews from Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and Asia, as well as a significant Arab minority with full citizens' rights. Over 50% of Israeli Jews descend from communities in the Middle East and North Africa, contradicting the claim that Israel is merely an extension of European colonialism. In conclusion, Israel is not a colonialist project, but the realization of an indigenous people's right to self-determination. Unlike colonial ventures driven by economic exploitation and imperial ambition, Israel's establishment was a struggle for survival and national rebirth. The false colonialism accusation ignores history, international law, and the realities of Zionism. Hi everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see more on similar topics, then please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also click on the link in the video description to support our marketing budget. This will help us to spread this video as far as possible throughout the world. Thank you very much for all your support. Hope to see you soon. Roger Walters.